Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to episode 11 of the Lewis Cooper Experience podcast experience. Normally I hold my fingers up to show the number, but I haven't got enough fingers. I'm pretty sure I messed the numbering up because I think this is 11, but I think I missed number 10. I did it, but then I think I called the previous one 8 and it was 9. So if you watch the previous ones, they probably won't make any sense, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It is the 7th of January, so Happy New Year. This is technically my first video of this year. It's a very special one because I set myself a goal of reaching 100 subscribers before the end of 2020, because we're now in 2021, and literally on New Year's Eve I got my 99th subscriber, and my friend Georgie Smybert, who I send a very special thank you to, she said a long time ago she forgot that she wanted to be my 100th subscriber, so when we got to 99 that I should let her know, and I let her know, and she was like, "What are you talking about, you weirdo?" And I was like, no, you said this. And then she subscribed, but I also asked my friend Sam about it, and he coerced his girlfriend Lauren into subscribing as well. So I'm sorry, Lauren, for that. You can unsubscribe if you so choose. But thanks to them, Lauren got in at just number 101, I believe. So just missed out, but I still appreciate it. I think I'm up to 105 now, which is great. So thank you to everyone for subscribing. I do really appreciate it. I mean, I've been posting videos on here for like 5 years now. So as I said before, in about 50 years I should get to 1,000 subscribers, which would be nice, but that's a really hard word to say when you say it a lot. But no, I mean, I've only really been sort of doing this regularly and doing it properly with the setup I've got now for the past sort of 6 months or so, if that, and it's gone up quite steadily, really, which has been quite nice. So thank you if you're watching. People are giving me good feedback, and I'm still interested in hearing what people want me to talk about. This one I'm going to change up the format a little bit, because normally I talk about a movie, a comic, and an action figure. I mean, I'm not set on that. It just felt like the right thing to do at the start. But I'm going to talk about 2 movies today. But before I get into that, if you do want me to cover anything in particular, like someone commented on my videos recently, which was really nice, and said that they'd like more comic reviews, so I might try to do a few more of those. I've got another Lego video coming because I've nearly finished the UCS Falcon, so that I'll probably post that in the next couple of days. So that's cool. I like doing movies, videos where I talk about movies. That's my favorite thing to do. But I mean, I like talking about comics as well. And so just let me know if you'd like any more of those. I thought I'd get that out of the way now, because most people are probably going to stop listening once I start talking about these films, because I like weird arty stuff, and some people don't, and that's absolutely fine. But there's 2 films I want to talk about today. I'm on a good run of watching films because I'm back at home again. We're in lockdown again, which I won't go too much into because no one wants to talk about that. So I've got plenty of time to watch films, and I think in 2020 I watched about 300 films, just one a day, for the most part, because I haven't got a lot else to do. Because who does? But the first film I'd like to talk about is a film called Phantom Thread, which is a Paul Thomas Anderson film from 2017 starring Daniel Day-Lewis. And I watched it for the second time recently, and I'm a big Paul Thomas Anderson fan. I think my favourite film of his is probably Boogie Nights. But I really like Punch Drunk Love, the Adam Sandler movie. I like Magnolia as well. I'm basically just going to name all his films and say that I like them. But yeah, I really like his style. He's my kind of filmmaker that I really like. And I probably watched this film last year for the first time, maybe before then, I'm not sure. And it was one of those ones where I kind of went, I appreciate it, but I don't really get it. And I thought maybe, I'm not quite good enough for it in a way, which is weird, but you know what I mean? I'm not, But yeah, but then I watched it this time, and it really works with me this time. It was on, I can't remember what, it's on BBC iPlayer at the moment, funnily enough, so you can watch it on there for free if you're interested. But it's Daniel Day-Lewis, and it's supposedly his final performance because he's supposedly retired after this. It was another Oscar nomination for him, of course, but whether he does or not, because he has retired before. I think he went to Italy and became a carpenter or a shoemaker or something for a year, which is, if you can do that, why not? But he is fantastic in this movie, and what I didn't get before is that it's a rom-com in a way. Like, it comes across as this really classy, Oscar-worthy drama, but it's really, which it is, but it really, the second time around, it's absolutely hilarious, and I didn't think of that because Daniel Day-Lewis is a dressmaker, and he's just the most very kind of obsessive compulsive, really particular person where everything has to be done to his demands. And his sister, played by Leslie Manville, who was also Oscar nominated for it, she kind of oversees things, and she makes sure everything is in the way he likes it so he can do his job. And then he kind of has these different women that come into his life, like it's kind of his muses in a way. Like, he falls in love with a woman, and she kind of moves into the house, and then when it's time for them to go, we see at the start like his sister's the one who kind of gets rid of him, sort of thing. She's like, oh, it's not really working. There is a theme, kind of underlying theme of the whole film being about his mother. In some ways, he's trying to not replace his mother, but he's kind of looking for that kind of relationship, which kind of comes into play. It does take a bit of a, not a dark twist, but a kind of a quite a surreal twist in a way, like later on in the film, but not, not like a big surprise or anything. It's just the way the film kind of pans out. But he meets a young waitress played by Vicky Creeps. I've got her name written down as, I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it. Creeps, it might be. I'm not 100% sure. But she's very good as well, because she's one of the few people that isn't submissive to him. She's not afraid of him. She kind of argues with him. They have just these crazy arguments about certain things. Like there's a great dinner scene where she cooks him asparagus, and it's not the way he likes it, and it's just fantastic. They just play off each other so well, and like. When they first meet, apparently, I saw one of those ridiculous clickbait headlines where it was Daniel Day-Lewis refused to talk to this actress between takes or something like that, and it makes him sound really awful. But what the actual story was that he didn't meet her before their first scene because he wanted their first reactions upon meeting each other to be more genuine. And I don't know about you, but if I was an actress or actor, one the same really, but and I had a scene with Daniel Day-Lewis and I hadn't met him, I'd be very, very nervous. But that does kind of come across in the scene as well, which is good because it makes it more genuine, more real. But yeah, but I'd say I really, really like this movie. And the first time I wasn't so sure, but it's one of those ones that it nagged at me for long enough where I kind of thought, you know what, I'll give this another go. And I really, really enjoy it. It's probably one I'm going to watch quite a few times over the coming years. And I like films like that. I like films that when I watch them the first time, like I said, I don't quite get them, then I come back to them and I like them a lot more. That's kind of one of the things I really like about films. When you see the whole picture and then you go back and you appreciate it as it goes along. But yeah, it's kind of a little civil water. I don't know why I said that all American. My second film is another classy Oscar drama. Is a film called Pain and Glory from 2019. It's a Spanish film, so it's in Spanish, and it's by Pedro Almodovar, I believe his name is pronounced. And it's kind of, I don't know much about him, but I feel like it is kind of an autobiographical film in some ways. And Antonio Banderas plays a film director, and he's got a number of issues like physical and mental and that kind of thing. And it's kind of him like later on in his career, and it's not really one coherent sort of through line. It kind of is just a series of events, and it does flash back to his childhood and his relationship with his mother, who's played by Penelope Cruz in the flashbacks as well. And it's just kind of about him and how he became the person that he is. And there's it's him and the friendship with another actor who's in one of his films 30 years ago, who he hasn't spoken to since. And for the life of me, I can't pronounce the actor's name. I'm going to try it. It's Ziandia. I don't know. It's a Spanish name, I'm guessing. But there is one bit where he finds this monologue that the director has written, like the actor finds it, and he wants to perform it, and the director kind of goes, no, this is just a personal thing, it's not meant to be performed. But he ends up persuading him, and it's about halfway through the film he performs this monologue about a man that he was in love with, and the man's trouble with addiction, or the piece is called Addiction, and it is genuinely one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. It's just this a few minute scene halfway through the movie, and it's just like, it's not his piece that he's performing, it's somebody else's, but I mean, again, the guy is an actor playing a great actor, which I really like when actors can do that. And it just like, it really is quite something, really captivating and really moving. And I found that quite incredible. And it's yeah, so it's just kind of, it's things like about his life. And I'm like I say, I'm assuming it is at least in some ways true to the director's life. Antonio Banderas was Oscar nominated for it as well, because I remember this was the only film at the Oscars that year. I think it was 2020 when it would have been nominated. I think, yeah, it would have been, yeah, where it was one of the only films I hadn't seen leading up to the nominations. But I watched it on the Mubi channel on Amazon Prime. Like, I did a 7-day trial to watch something else, and then this was on there, so I watched it as well. But yeah, it's really, really good. Antonio Banderas' performance, definitely, like, very kind of subtle in a lot of ways. And I say it's partly about his relationship with his mother. It's partly about his relationship with this other man from his past as well, and just generally how he is with people and that sort of thing. And it's a hard one to explain, because, like I say, it's not really a through line of the story, but I really, really liked it. I liked it a lot. I found it genuinely very, very moving and exceptionally well made, of course. But yeah, that's Pain and Glory 2019. Like I say, it's on Mubi if you wanted to watch it on there. So yeah, those are my two film recommendations this week: Phantom Thread and Pain and Glory. Like I said, I don't know if people who are here from my regular audience will be into those kind of movies. I don't really know what people like, but I like them, and that's my recommendation. And I wanted to talk about them because I haven't got anybody to talk to, because we're all at home on our own. So, well, I am anyway. So yeah. I haven't really got any news this week because the real world's crazy enough. There's not been a lot of news announcements going on at the moment, but let me know what you think if you've watched it this far. I really appreciate it. I really do, because it's quite cool. People listen to me talk about these things. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'd like to see those numbers keep going up. Please leave a like. And if you want me to talk about anything in particular, any films, if you want me to talk more about comics, more about action figures, or what have you, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, take care. Stay safe. See you soon. Thank you.